You guys know that burning house with the dog in it meme where the dog's going, "This is fine." That's how I feel right now. Hello and welcome, guys. Today we are playing a list with 14 green sources. That's right, I'm tired of having a one-mana spell to cast on turn 1 and not being able to do so because of our colors, or the fact that all of our lands enter tapped. That's not happening in this list. I almost guarantee it. In fact, between 8 and 9 times out of 10, we should be able to play our 1-drop on turn 1. If you want to see how that was calculated, then check out match 1, where you will find the details of this deck list and the likelihood of having an untapped source on turn 1 using a hypergeometric calculator and all kinds of fancy schmancy stuff that we are not going over here. Not worth the time. Go check it out in the first match. What are you doing here if you haven't seen it? Anyways, we are just going to jump straight into the match here. Haha, psych! You thought we were going to the match, but in actuality, we're gonna look at this little statistic right here for just 1 second. My channel currently has 91 subscribers, and that means that a 100 subscriber special video is coming up soon, and I need ideas, suggestions. What do you think I should do for my 100 subscriber special video? Should I play some kind of interesting league? Should I do a Q&A? There's a million different possibilities, and I want to know what you guys, my loyal community here, wants me to do, as this is a channel about you guys and your learning and entertainment. If you have an idea, then suggest it in the comments below, and perhaps your idea will be the subject of my 100 subscriber special video. With that said, let's just jump straight into the match here. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I would love to star as Primeval Titan in the upcoming Magic the Gathering movie. Oh my goodness, I have a match I have to join. Hold on. Let me talk to you later. Alright, let's jump in here for the match. By the way, that was just Wizards of the Coast. Humble brag. Hashtag not sponsored. Looks like I'm going to be Primeval Titan in the upcoming Magic movie. Can you believe it? It's pretty awesome, isn't it? And here we have another godforsaken turn 4 Titan hand. This time it's on the draw. I mean, y'all know how I feel about turn 4 Titan hands. We do have Cavern here and Bojuka Bog to interact, and Garen Brig also is a nice one to have access to here. And multiple untap sources as well, so like this is really not that bad. I'm gonna try it. Our opponent kept 7. Yeah, we'll see if the turn 4 Titan is good enough here. Was not in round 1, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it already, then go check it out. But our opponent's on turn 1 Noble, so this is quite possibly going to be an opponent on the Heliod Combo deck, in which case it probably doesn't matter what we do anyways. We're just dead here in game 1 with no interaction. Cool. That's totally fine. You guys know that burning house with the dog in it meme where the dog's going, "This is fine." Maybe I'll put a picture of it up on the screen here if I can. It's one of my favorite memes. That's how I feel right now. Yeah, we'll explore into Scout and see what happens, I suppose. Play Cavern naming a Giant, just in case we need to hardcast our Titan. Not that I think that will be the case. Alright, let's get our Forest in play, I suppose. Scout. Oh, they get to gain a life. Oh no, I should concede. How am I supposed to beat that? Look at this. Protection from black and red. That's pretty powerful. Especially against us. We can't Bojuka Bog our opponent's Ariok champion. Collected company, quite possibly. What it looks like. See if we're getting infinite life here. They just hit Spike Feeder and the Heliod God creature. Oh, they got the Spike Feeder, but not the Heliod. And they are exiling our Tribe Scout. We were going to be casting Dryad this upcoming turn, no matter what, so at least the Skyclave didn't hit our Dryad. Taken 2. Alright, so our opponent has half of the combo that they need to have, which is a little scary, but that's alright. Let's play our Garrison, I suppose. Pick up our Cavern of Souls. Play Dryad. Let our opponent gain some life. And we'll play Vesuva copy Forest here. Our Forest, not theirs, of course. Just so that we are guaranteed to be able to cast Titan off of our Garen Brig this upcoming turn. And we'll just hope that we're not dead. And go from there, I suppose. Skyclave Apparition is a very good card, by the way. I think it's a strong part of the reason why this deck and the Mono White Taxes decks are so playable. If they had Apparition for our Dryad here, that would be... Well, actually, our opponent just gets to gain infinite life. So for those of you who don't know, Heliod Suncrowned says, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. And of course, Spike Feeder allows you to remove a counter in order to gain 2 life. And when you do so, the Heliod puts a counter on the Spike Feeder, allowing them to continue to gain 2 life. This is an infinite life combo where they can go to as much as they want, and we cannot beat infinite life. So let's just go ahead and scoop this one up. Easy peasy. Alright, we want Engineered Explosives. We want Dismember. We might even want Force of Vigor just to hit Utopia Sprawls and stuff. I don't know about that, though. Grazer seems fine. Definitely Reclamation Sage makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. I think Grazer's fine, as we need to be fast enough to like get a turn 2 Azusa or Dryad down and try to turn 3 a Titan and get underneath their life gain combo, if at all possible. Bajuka Bog does nothing. Cavern Soul is not super relevant. Although Cavern does let us cast our 1-drops on turn 1, and we're going to be playing literally all of them, if I have anything to say about it. Also, I thought I cut more Explorers than this. I could be wrong. Radiant Fountain probably doesn't matter. Our opponent's not really going to be pressuring our life total like that, I don't think. 1 Pact can go, although I don't love cutting on it too much. Even these explosives don't look that great. Like, we can slow our opponent down by trying to blow up all their 1-drop ramp creatures / enchantments, but that's not even that great. Maybe it's fine enough, though. Actually, on the play, I'm not sure that I like explosives all that much. Just turn 1, 1-drop, turn 2, 3-drop is kind of the plan here. Maybe it's kind of crazy to be cutting an explosives, but I don't think it matters that much what we do here. We're probably just going to lose. And the Ghost Quarter can go out of here, of course. Hate to say it, guys, but we probably are going to lose, like I said before. This is not a matchup that's particularly good for Amulet, so we'll muster what we can here. We have a turn 1 Scout, turn 2 Dryad kind of hand, thanks to the fact that we have exactly 3 untapped sources. If we draw any land off the top, we quite possibly have a turn 3 Titan here. Nah, because we have a tap land on the Valakut, so we can't cast a turn 3 Titan here. Nah, I don't think there's any way we can cast a turn 3 Titan, but getting a turn 2 Dryad is pretty good. Turn 4 Titan with Dryad in play and extra land drops from both the Scout and the Dryad is probably good enough just to outright kill our opponent with Valakut. Our opponent is choosing whether or not to keep their 7. Our opponent has managed to keep their hand, so we'll lead on our turn 1 Scout here, of course, and pass it back. See our opponent's 1-mana ramp spell. Or they don't have it. That's fine, too. Let's just go ahead and get the Stride into play. Actually, we do have a turn 3 Titan here, thanks to the fact that we get to play this additional land from Dryad, which I forgot about. And we even have the untapped source to activate Garenbrig this upcoming turn, so we quite possibly have a turn 3 kill here, getting 2nd Valakut and Vesuva. We don't have a bounce in hand, so Vesuva might not be the move. If we top deck a land, then Valakut and Vesuva would be 18, right? I don't know, we'll see. Our opponent could be holding up Path for our Dryad. Looks like they are. Okay. Search, of course. We'll get this Garenbrig into play. I guess Pact for Titan. Set up Talari West, perhaps. We even have the green source to do so. I mean, not the green source, the blue source to do so. So I am going to shock this one in over playing the Castle Garenbrig, just so we have the blue mana and play to transmute Talari West this upcoming turn. Cast. Get the Titan. Cast said Titan. Opponent is fetching. Maybe they have a 2nd Path. Alright, well, you got us. We play plenty of green sources to search with these Path to Exiles here, of course. So, of course, we're still getting T-West and Bounce Land, as we kind of have to. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the T-West, I do believe. And we'll probably attack, I think. Having the land in hand makes more sense for triggering Valakut with Dryad, so see if our opponent just goes turn 3 Heliod here. Wouldn't be super unreasonable. There it is. So we could just be dead this upcoming turn. That's pretty cool. Don't think there's a reason to leave up the red source, so I'm not going to. When I say we could be dead this upcoming turn, I mainly mean by Spike Feeder gaining infinite life. Walking Ballista does not actually kill us here, but that's neither here nor there. Let's transmute this one. Yeah, we're just getting Summoners Pact. And the question is, do we play the Dryad or not? I think we do play Dryad and hold one land in hand to Tribe Scout in, so that if our opponent plays Spike Feeder and tries to gain life, we can scout in the land to trigger Valcut and kill the Spike Feeder. That way we don't just lose to our opponent having Spike Feeder. We won't have access to a Titan, but maybe we don't need it. So I am going to go ahead and pact for the Dryad here. Play that one. Not playing our land drop here, and not attacking with the Scout for value this time. Ooh, Skyclave. Okay, we'll let that one resolve and trigger on the stack. I guess just kill the Skyclave with our land drop here. That way we at least get... Does this work? Man, we actually don't get anything out of Valcutting away our opponent's Skyclave token-wise, but otherwise we're not getting a Valcut trigger in the first place, so we still ought to just do this. We'll send this one at the Skyclave, of course. Always yes, always yield. This time I'll just leave the red up, I suppose, in case we draw Engineered Explosives, which we could play on 3, again, to be able to survive Spike Feeder combo. There's the explosives. And the question is, do we put this on 3, or do we put it on 0 to blow up Walking Ballista? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Either Ballista or the Spike Feeder kills us. And Heliod is indestructible, so it doesn't die to Engineered Explosives, of course. We just gotta pick whatever we want to lose to. To kill us with Ballista, our opponent would need to play a 2/2 Ballista, and then, the turn after, pay 2 and give it lifelink, and then start shooting us with ping triggers. And I think that's a little farther away than just dying to Spike Feeder, so... I mean, our opponent hasn't played either card, but I'm gonna play the Explosives on 3 here, I do think. And I guess we might as well serve with the Scout and pass it back. Guess we don't want to yield through this turn. That would be kind of bad. Also, I didn't point this out, but we're playing against Saddleback Lagak. I believe that is a card name, but it's a very funny one. I like it. Pendlehaven. OP. Actually, this does, I think, let our opponent Ballista combo us. We'll let them show it to us. Well, I guess we should have put Explosives on 0. So now this creature is a 2/3. They can remove a counter after giving it lifelink, of course, to shoot us for 1. They gain the life and thus put another counter on Ballista. And they can do this infinitely. So they get infinite life and infinite triggers pointed wherever they like. So this is, in fact, a combo, and we have lost the game. Let's just go ahead and scoop this one up. Chose the wrong number for Explosives, I guess. I have to admit, I was not playing around our opponent having Pendlehaven. If you are ever wondering why the deck just happens to play Pendlehaven, this is the reason, of course. Play a 1/1 Ballista, pump it up, and be able to combo off with 5 mana and play, including a Pendlehaven, of course. So, our opponent says, good games. Good games, opponent. Alright, well, let's jump back to the main deck here. Well, I must say, that was pretty expected, and those who say that Amulet is not a very well-positioned deck right now usually say so because of that particular matchup that we just played, and I've luckily been able to dodge it the times that I've been playing this deck in leagues and whatnot. This is my first time facing it since the deck got really big, and yeah, if everybody in all of your big tournaments is playing Heliod Combo, then you're kind of out of luck. You're just gonna fold to that matchup, and in most cases, there's not much you can do about it. Of course, you can play 1 Emrakul the Aeon's Torn in the sideboard in order to have a way to beat infinite life, but if your opponent Ballista combos you, you just die anyways, so I suppose if we did have access to the Emrakul, we could potentially have tried to play it out, like let our opponent gain infinite life and just slam Explosives on 0 because the Spike Feeder doesn't really change anything. But I don't know, that's a little too theoretical for me, and to be honest, I just don't think it's even worth trying to play out games like that and trying to win these long, grindy, our opponent ends up decking kind of games. Like, that's not the Magic that I want to play. I'd rather just lose the match, to be honest. So, that's just me, though. Let me know what you think about this matchup in the comments below. And again, leave your suggestions for the 100 subscriber video. And that's all I have for this particular match. This is Redface Menace, signing off.